Hello, I'm Molly Sumo, and these are the death throes of Camp NaNoWriMo. There's a very annoyed chipmunk outside. I don't know if you can hear. Ma'am, calm down. In case you're not aware, the story I've been working on for Camp Nano is called This Book is for October, and I have a whole 40-minute video in which I totally break down the entire plot that I outlined, and I recommend going and watching that video before you finish this, because I'm pretty sure I will be talking about it extensively and asking for your thoughts and opinions, and it might just be helpful if you have a little context for the story. Now, there are only 4 days left in camp, and in order to actually hit my 30,000 word goal, I have to write 3.5 thousand words a day, and I'm just thinking that's not realistic, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna keep writing, even if I know I'm not gonna hit the 30,000 word goal. And I'm taking you along for the ride as we finish out these last few days of camp. Sprinto is down in the Discord, so it is going to be up to me to keep myself on task. Good luck. I put on some aesthetic witchy lo-fi music, and then I worked for about a few hours and easily hit my 1,000-word goal. Once I was done writing, I went with some cousins after dinner to get delicious frozen custard, and then we went back to the cottage and spent the rest of the night watching the Olympics. Oh my god, that is such bad lighting. That's the one thing about this place is I can't get a shot to save my life. Okay, it is very dark outside because it is very late. It's somewhere between midnight and 1 a.m. Can't remember how many words I got today. I think it was more than 1,000. Could have been multiple thousand. I don't think it was multiple thousand, but it was more than 1,000. In general, it was a good day. I managed to wiggle my way out of a tricky scene. I think I'm like a 1 good hour writing session away from ending the current chapter that I'm in. I say that with an asterisk though, because I'm going on a little short road trip and a multi-day excursion to a new location, but I will bring you along with me and I will find small snippets of time to write. I don't know my final word count for today. I'll put it somewhere on the screen theoretically so you can just have a general idea of where I am. But yeah, until tomorrow, bye. Okay, we are officially on the road. I do have my computer with me. I was thinking about trying a little writing experiment where I was going to try and write during a road trip, but probably not if I'm being honest. But yeah, I'll check back in when we are closer to our final location. So initially I was going to have a lovely aesthetic montage of our road trip, but I'm actually just going to let those clips play out so you all can see what utter nerds my sister and I are. Our voices will not show up so you can talk, because I will mute this clip and speed it up. Well, now that's going in. You understand that, right? Now that's going in. Haunting noises of the bridge. Oh, I've always hated that noise.
Me too. I've always hated driving on this because I feel like it's gonna fall out.
Yeah.
On the bridge. What a terrible way to go.
Seriously. The plunge.
Yeah.
And then the drown.
Yeah.
This is like a really happy topic.
Sorry. I can't help thinking about it.
That conversation is gonna go in the vlog. You gotta pay that toll. Because you don't pay the toll, then we don't get no rolls.
But a toll is a toll. And a roll is a roll. And if we don't get no tolls, then we don't eat no rolls. I made that up.
After crossing the bridge, we hopped on a ferry and took it all the way to the beautiful Mackinac Island. As soon as the ferry dropped us off on the island, we headed to get some lunch, where we had some fabulous French onion soup. Then we went for a nice long walk through the more populated part of the island, which was lovely because we got to see all the unique architecture. Then we did a little bit of a spa day, and after that we went to the bistro on the green where we shared a couple of fancy lemonades. and debated whether a ship in the harbor was a mega yacht or not. On our walk back to our hotel, we grabbed some snacks and sustenance from the local market because we're planning on watching the Olympics tonight and we knew we'd want something to nibble on. We also stopped inside one of the many fudge shops on this island and watched as a very, very fresh batch of fudge was molded and shaped and cooled into that classic fudge log. Is that what they're called? I don't know. That sounds like the poop metaphor. We also got some other treats like peanut brittle and chocolate covered cookie dough, finished walking back to the hotel, and finally got let into our room, which is where I am right now. We are slightly pooped despite having a fairly relaxing, enjoyable day. The sun was very warm today, so we're gonna take a little time to just rest and cool off in the room, and I'm going to use this downtime to try and get some words in. Now, the vibe of this room is clearly not Halloween, so we'll see how hard it is for me to get in the "this book is for October" mindset, but I figured I can just slap on that pagan music and make something work. I kid you not, 15 words into my writing for today when I noticed my first issue. It's a really good start. I'm at the part where Matthew fixes the pumpkin, which I talked about in last week's video, and almost everyone in the comments said, no, it's not too cheesy, we love it, that's like the perfect amount of cheese, so I included it. And then I have this whole moment where Kate places it in her kitchen window and it sets off all these kind of orange tinted rainbows all around because it's like a crystal and it's refracting the sunlight, which is something that she and her mom used to do when she was little. And I thought, oh, what a great thing that he's restored this piece of our childhood. Okay, except it's nighttime, so there can't be sunlight coming in through the window. We're gonna think on this because I really like the visual of the sparkles filling her kitchen. F. Okay, now that I've left myself a very kind and not rude at all comment, I did want to mention something for you to keep your mind on. When Matthew fixed the pumpkin, he left the final piece for Kate to use her like special hedge witch adhesive to fix it herself. And he tells her he did this because there's power in a final piece. And I wrote that at the time because it sounded good, but I feel like I want to keep that in mind, like it's foreshadowing for something about the confrontation with the king below at the end. I don't know how I'm going to integrate it, but I would like to integrate it. Oh, and on the flip side of that, so Matthew has fixed the pumpkin using his shadow magic, which has allowed him to reverse the entropy of it shattering, and so it has like fully formed completely, whereas Kate uses her like special adhesive which leaves a bronze scar, so there's like an obviousness that it is not perfect anymore. And she makes her own point after Matthew makes his point about there being power in the last piece. She makes her own point that there's power in remembrance and remembering what has happened to an item and not just making it fully formed and whole again. That's another thing to integrate. Also, her whole type of repairing an object is absolutely inspired by the Japanese tradition where they bring attention to fractures in pottery, usually through gold, I think, just because I think that is absolutely fabulous. But yeah, the whole point of this update is I need to keep in mind there's power in the final piece, whatever that means, and there's power in remembrance, whatever that means. And I want both of those things to somehow be in play when they work together to defeat the king below. So just putting it on the record. Okay, let's try and get more than 15 words this time. Okay, I just got done with a 30-minute sprint that was being run in the Discord, and I wrote 770 words, and I'm pretty sure that is one of, if not the most productive sprint I have had during all of Camp NaNo. But here's the kicker. My eyes were closed for the last 10 minutes, but I was still writing. So I'm a little afraid to go back and read. I feel like I probably didn't get too loony because all I was doing was describing a meal that the two main characters were cooking together, so I think it should be okay. But I really did start to drift off there near the end, so it's very possible that I started to write out the dream I was starting to have. I'm not calling it for the day, I'm just calling it for right now, which means there's a 15% chance that this is calling it for the day. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break and maybe I'll do a little more work before or maybe during the Olympics.
These 5 long palms.
Phalanges?
Right?
What are phalanges?
No.
What?
She's like a finger and a
What?
thumb.
Carpals?
Correct.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba, bum, bum, ba. I still have pizza, and I have the Olympics. It's gonna be a very good night.
Good morning. It is July 30th, I think. Yes, that makes sense because tomorrow's the last day of camp and tomorrow must be then be the 31st. Love doing mental math while I'm recording myself. Okay, like calendars are not math, Wallace. Anyway, I did not get any more writing done last night, so turns out that 15% chance was more like a 70% chance, but I had a fantastic time watching the Olympics. Sorry if you can hear the horses going by outside clopping away. We are packing up and getting ready to vacate the room, but we're not leaving the island just yet. We're gonna go around, do some shopping, do some fun activities, and then head off at some point, make the drive back to the cottage. So that's the plan. Theoretically, I'll take you along, but if I forget to vlog it, sorry. Bye. Goodbye, room. Oh, that was really loud. My bad. Hi, pretty. Little pretty horsey. We're on our way to find some breakfast. We do the haunted theater every year and it freaks me out every time.
Hi, how are you? Did we please have 2 tickets?
No, I don't like it at all. Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that. Is that a real rat? No, I don't want to be first. It is really dark. I don't. Oh man, now I wish we had Dad. You got it, you got it. You can keep going. Ah! No, we're good, we're good. Okay. I just heard the ruffle of my bag. We're fine. I'm gonna hold on to you. I'm gonna hold on to you. Oh my gosh, I don't like how dark it is in here at all.
Well, we were the dumb butts. Oh god.
Oh god. Oh, wait. You jerk! Leave me alone, please! Oh, why did we do this? Why did we do this? I don't want to be here anymore. The rat! Okay. Yeah, I know. I know, but it's... After nearly dying of fright, we went shopping a little bit and then went out to eat at the Great Turtle where I had some delicious tacos. And then we continued shopping and I found this really cool set of leather-bound journals which reminded me of the spell books in This Book is for October. So I took some footage of those for future reference. Then got a lavender honey latte to cool off as it was a very bright and sunny day. And I have to say it was unusual but delicious. Then we watched the horses for a little while and waited until our very own horse and buggy could come and pick us up for a private carriage ride around different areas of the island.
And then just before leaving the island, we made one final stop to a fudge shop to get fudge for our cousins and aunts back at our cottage. And we also watched some cashew brittle being made. Then we boarded the ferry and I indulged in one final sweet treat, 2 chocolate-covered strawberries, and then just sat and loved and enjoyed the wind through my hair as we rode the ferry back to mainland.
But a toll is a toll.
And I'm back in my beautiful room, beautiful but messy. Did I do any single breath of a moment of writing today? No, I did not. Was it still an absolutely fabulous day? Yes, it was. It was fantastic. Am I going to try and write a little bit this evening? Nope. What I am gonna do is eat the chocolate covered cookie dough that I never got a chance to eat yesterday and probably watch more Olympics. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, which will be fantastic. I can have a good, strong final day finish, and then it will be goodbye to camp. Good night. Hello, good afternoon. It is the afternoon of July 31st, and it is also the final day of Camp NaNo. And I have to laugh at myself because I was telling people that I had 19.2 thousand words in my story and the goal was just to get to 20. I don't know where I got the whole 19.2 number. I have 18.4. So instead of having to write 800 words, I have to write 1,000 plus. I have to write 1,600. So, yeah. No. But I have to hit 20,000 words today because that is my revised goal. That's my like soft goal that, oh, well, you're not going to hit 30,000. So we'll be easy on ourselves and make the goal 20,000. So I have to make 20,000. However long it takes me to write 1.6 thousand words, it'll be how long I work. So yeah, wish me luck. Okay, oh, that's a good look. I have a very quick update right at the start of this little journey. I've opened up my document and I was just kind of rereading the last few lines of what I'd written just to get back into that headspace. I'm not totally sure what's going on here. I'm describing them making a meal. Literally, the last 2 sentences are, I look up towards Matthew, who is placing napkins beside each bowl of steaming pasta. Normal enough. And then the next and final sentence is, and my sister disapproves about what we're happy. What? And my sister disapproves about what we're happy. We're happy. What? What?
I really did start to drift off there near the end, so it's very possible that I started to write out the dream I was starting to have.
Not totally sure what I was trying to get across in that moment, which means I'm gonna delete this sentence, which is unfortunate because I'm trying to add words, not delete them. So now I have to get 8 more words than previously expecting, so yay. But I have to say, despite that strangeness, I'm actually excited to get to work because I have theoretically everything that I, as a writer, need in order to be productive. I have my computer, obviously. I have a nice drink. I have a mascot. My space is organized and has some aesthetic little additions to it. There's no kind of crazy mess anywhere. I brushed my hair to a certain extent, which I don't know if that's a necessity, but it is something that I did. And most importantly, it is storming outside. I don't know if you can tell. I don't think it shows up on camera, but it is grim. I'm looking forward to the next few hours. I really think I'm gonna get it done. We'll see. Okay, we have broken into the 9,000. I've written 609 words so far. I'm at 9,000. I'm at 19,052 words. Less than 1,000 left. It's almost 3:40 p.m. That's the update. I forgot to vlog me finishing. I was working in the Troublemaker Library Discord running some post-July Jambalaya sprints, and I was sprinting with Devasia and Marta, and I ended up getting over 3,000 words. It was awesome. I will come back later to talk to you, but right now it's time for fancy Saturday night dinner, hence tropical themed makeup to match my tropical themed dress. Yay! This is my favorite night of the whole summer because one of the kids in camp plays his bagpipe this Saturday night every year, except for last year, so it's been a few years since I've heard it. I'm super duper looking forward to it because the bagpipes are one of my favorite instruments.